Hey y'all. Okay, so we just pulled up to the Tractor Supply Company. We're just kind of sitting out here, just kind of waiting for right now. And we're fixing to go in here and we're fixing to see what we can find to help support my argument that the rodeo industry is safe and it's humane for the livestock and like they're not mistreated. We're in Tractor Supply because I can't use my own horse equipment or supplies because they're all in my horse trailer. And my dad let my cousins borrow my horse trailer for like the next month and a half. So we're in here. But I just want to start off with like, here's like some supplements, which you can't really see, but they're everywhere. And okay, horses, they're not really like the most efficient at digestion and stuff, so that's why we have to use all these. And like, okay, just this little bitty one is $30. So it's one of those things like, in a lot of my research I found where it was like, a lot of people were like, well, with horses being so expensive and we have to put so much money into them, then there's no reason for us to abuse them. So like, and a lot of people were just kind of like, well, that's why we would abuse them, is because we're putting so much money into it, and people would say that it's like a waste of money, but that's not at all the case. Like, we put so much money into these animals, like we want them to be in the best tip-top shape and be able to perform very well. Okay, so that's all for this aisle. Now we're just gonna go to the next aisle, and here we are. Okay, so let me just find a place to sit my phone down. Okay, so we're gonna start off with horseshoes. And the main reason we get horses shoed is just because like it helps them stand up more correctly and like stand up taller. And then like it also gives them more like stability, so like while they're running and stuff like that. So like this absorbs the shock from the ground instead of them. And also, like, if we don't get them shoed, their hooves are like our fingernails. They'll just grow and grow and grow until we cut them. And so we need to get them shod because if they grow out too long, then that's really painful for the horse. And also it'll make their ligaments right here in their ankle and their lower leg, it'll make them stretch out. And once those ligaments and tendons are stretched out, there's nothing we can really do to like get them back to normal size. So that's how we would get them shoed. And then right here is a bit, if I can get it off the wall. Okay, so it go in the mouth like this right here. And so like right here on the sides, like it's made to like it won't pinch the mouth, so like it can move around, stuff like that. On both sides it won't pinch the mouth at all. Which there's regulations on the bits now, so like that it can't pinch the horse's mouth. Okay, and the next here are some spurs, which you can see how really dull those are. Like they wouldn't cut into anything. And so, like, there's very strict regulations on spurs now. Like, if they're sharp, you can't use them. And, like, back in the day, like, spurs, that didn't really matter. It's like they could be however sharp or dull you wanted them. But now there's so much regulations on them from now. Like, if they're sharp, you can't use them. You're not allowed to use them in competitions. And then, honestly, you'll be disqualified if you do. It's like they're very strict on that. And then right here is a blanket, which it's really good because it's really thick. So, like, you wouldn't have to worry about it rubbing your horse at all. And so it's really good, and that would help from the saddle not rubbing it, and it's like very helpful. I really like it. And this one is it's kind of, not many people would use it, but it's because it's for a horse with high withers, really high withers, which is just like right there on the shoulder. And so like this just kind of helps it fit the horse better, and like it also prevents the saddle from rubbing your horse, which honestly my horse does not have high withers, so like I wouldn't use this, but I would use this really thick one. Okay, now I'm just gonna grab these boots right here. Okay, and then these are splint boots. They'll go around the upper part of the ankle and then the lower leg. And so like they help a lot with like doing turns and stuff like that and stopping. They're really helpful with giving the horse more stability and like keeping everything like, I guess you want to say like they keep it in place. Like it gives it like stability, so like while they're turning, it like holds everything together, so like they're not as likely to like twist an ankle or something like that, which is very common if you don't have these on. And then also here are some bell boots, which just go around the lower ankle and the hoof, and they also help with turning, and like they go on like this right here, so like this will be towards the front, and you can't really see anything, but this will go towards the front, and these also help with stability and also helps with turning and stopping. And I've never been to a rodeo where they allowed you not to have these, because they help so much with it. Okay, and then also, if say your horse was to get hurt, in all of my rodeo career ever, if you did not have at least 2 of these 3 things in your horse trailer that they would not let you perform. Because, okay, if your horse gets cut, this right here, you can have this and you can just spray it on, and it'll kind of like, it'll coat itself basically. It's like you spray it over, and then like it'll keep infection off of it, and it'll kind of, it'll get you through the night basically. And then, but if you have this right here, this is like, you'll sprinkle it on, then you'll wrap it with this right here. And I've never been to a rodeo event in all of my youth rodeo ever where if you didn't have one of these, they would let you perform, just because of how much these work and how often the likelihood that you would actually need to use them is. And so, like, personally, I've never been anywhere where you didn't have to use it ever. Okay, and then right here are some brushes and stuff like that, which these are honestly very soft. They don't really look soft, but they are. And okay, and then let's see if my phone's sitting right here. That's not gonna work, so we're gonna move that right there. Okay, and then right here is a girth strap, which just goes right behind the front legs, and it's very smooth and it's very comfortable. So like, it's not uncomfortable to the horse at all. There's a lot of regulations in these now, so like, you can't just use anything. You have to use something that's soft and kind of like pliable. And so there's a lot of regulations with this. And so back in the day, like, you could basically just use anything that you found, but now there's kind of strict on what you can use and what you can't. And so like, this isn't uncomfortable to the horse, and it's not cutting into the horse at all. And so, yeah. Thanks for watching.